Welcome to Being Friends with Jess and Toni-ann, an inside look at our friendship, millennial things, sports, and pop culture. Come laugh with us, or maybe at us, and let's be friends.
I know. Hi, friends.
All right, we'll see how this goes. We have a new recording vessel,
Yeah.
so
I already see there's a slight difference in although sometimes it just reverses on us for no reason, but you're on the left and I'm on the right on my screen. So
yeah.
that's gonna throw the viewers on YouTube for a loop.
I think my face is also like reversed. Like I have like a mirror
Oh, the
image thing
mirror.
happening.
Wait, which hand
Yeah,
are you raising right now?
this is my right hand.
Yeah, like okay, but like it looks
It's
fine.
on the left. No, I know, but like to me, my face
I can
looks
tell by
weird
my
because
shirt.
it's a
Do you
mirror.
see Genovia written correctly or is it backwards?
Yeah, no, yours is right.
Okay, so mine is being mirrored too. Ooh, water spots. Sorry, peeps. I just showered. I've had quite an exhausting day. Um, Not really exhausting, like just recently in the last hour or so. But anyway, welcome back. This is episode 69. Nice. I had to make an mention. I had to make an mention.
I can't. Guys, I stopped being lazy. I broke out a different water cup.
Wins with the name. Love it. I did not even refill this. This is how I'm not on it right now. But
Did you make a drink or no?
I didn't make a drink.
Oh,
We're not surviving today. We're barely
it's fine.
surviving.
Yeah, it's a bad day for us. Anyway,
So the reason
forgive us.
I'm so like discombobulated. I don't know the word. Obviously, this is my week of fun employment. I like to call it like my week between two jobs. And
Literally you and everyone else.
what?
Like everybody calls it fun employment when
Oh,
you're unemployed.
I didn't invent that. Damn it.
No.
Damn it. Okay, well, anyway,
Do
so
you not
everybody knows
remember
what
COVID when
unemployment is.
everybody was fun employed?
Damn it. Anyway, so I thought I was gonna have like all these grand plans of like things I was gonna take care of and like do this week while I had time off before I start my new job. And Monday, I did absolutely nothing. It was a complete rot day. It was gorgeous out, didn't go for a walk, nothing like that. Like it was such a waste of a day. So today, we're recording on Tuesday. I also like basically did nothing like half the day. But then finally at like 1:30, I'm like, okay, get your ass out of the house. So I like went on a nice walk.
Nice.
Of course, stopped at the deli, got a Sammy. I got a nice chicken salad sandwich on a bagel, which was, I could only eat half. It was very good. So I have another second half for tomorrow. And I also bought another bottle of wine there because their wine's 20% off on Mondays and Tuesdays. And now I'm becoming just their regular wine customer. I'm not really sure. I finally had the wine. If people remember the story, I
Yeah,
finally
how did it taste?
at Easter we had the wine, and I have to say, and I know this guy like hyped it up, and I'm maybe being dramatic, and maybe it's because it also was like in my fridge for like a week, so it was like real cold. It was the best white wine I've ever tasted. Like,
Okay, that's good.
like my mom said that it was like too light, like it kind of just tasted like nothing, but to me that's like a perfect white wine. Like I don't want to bite, I don't want anything. I want something you could drink cold without ice that just tastes like right down. Goes
Refreshing.
so
Okay.
I went and bought another bottle of that today, and it's of course in my fridge again. And then I don't usually go to the gym late, but today Rumble was having a Taylor Swift takeover class.
Oh, that's why you went at night. I was wondering why you went
Yeah.
at night. Very
Of
unlike
course,
you.
I signed up like last week. I'm like, I gotta go to that. It was packed. There was not an empty spot in the house. I was like, damn, good thing I made my reservation. Um, and it was really good. I feel like I got a really good workout. So I did a walk and Rumble today. So I am feeling good.
You were active.
Yeah.
You were active.
I did plan
Right.
on cleaning this couch. I really wanted to like do like a deep clean, like I was gonna do Stanley Steamer, and then I looked at their prices. They're on crack. I'm not paying. They wanted like 350 to clean this couch. I thought that was a lot of money. It's not that big of a couch.
I mean, I
You
don't
thought it was
know.
reasonable?
I don't know. I've never used like a
Right.
cleaning like company before, so
I
I
was
don't know
expecting
what's
for one
standard.
couch like 150.
Is this a ridiculous thing that
Yes. This is my.
that
I'm sorry.
Stanley
I'm
Steamer
rambling
is
again.
overpriced? You know why they're overpriced? Because they don't have the jingle anymore, bringing in enough business, so now they have to charge you more.
Yeah, they don't really advertise that much anymore.
No, because we got rid of great 90s commercials, and I could go on
Mhm.
a rant about that for freaking hours.
I know, but anyway, my dad helped me do some research on Easter, and you can actually go to Home Depot and rent for the day the machine that Sailing Steamer basically uses, and
Oh, I think I knew you
do it
could rent
yourself.
those types of things.
Yeah. So I meant to do that this week. Have I done it yet? No. I mean, there's still other days left, but now now I kind of am making plans towards the end of the week. So like really the only day I could maybe do that is Friday. And on Friday, am I really gonna want to like clean my couch? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Anyway, that's
The
my
thought
plan.
process of cleaning the couch is just too much for me.
Yeah, and I guess I would do the carpet that's underneath it, like the my area rug too, just because I have a machine, I might as well. Because it was so much cheaper. Like the machine was like 30 something for the day, and then you just buy like the $15 cleaning product, whatever. And that's like,
Right.
and my own labor is $0 compared to the man that would do it from Stanley Steve.
Yes, you would have to pay the person who's
Yeah. I mean,
cleaning
I know
it
that's where
for
most of the labor comes, the most of the cost comes from the labor.
money
I
comes from.
understand
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to like be a boss ass bitch and do it myself. So we're gonna see what happens. So stay tuned for
Oh
next
my God.
episode to see one, if I actually did it, because it's only a 50-50 chance right now, and two, how it went, because I might destroy this couch. But you know what? It gave us a good run anyway. So we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, that couch has definitely it was definitely worth the money that we
Yeah,
paid for.
we got our money's worth for it regardless. So
For
what
um
about you?
my ridiculous thing has nothing to do with Toni-ann sofa. It has to do with the fact that my acid reflux is so bad,
Oh,
right? And like soda is the only thing that helps it.
hmm.
And so therefore, I've been at two people's houses that did not have like regular soda, but they had seltzer. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to grow up and try seltzer again. So I tried seltzer. And I am just not a seltzer girly. It's not in me. It's not in me. It's too tart. It's just like so aggressive. It's so aggressive. The bubbles do help. But even with the flavor, it just is not doing it. There's not enough flavor.
What flavors have you tried?
Okay, at Arian Nick's, I had a blackberry mango, and I thought, oh, this is gonna
Exotic.
be good.
That's exotic.
I thought it was gonna be good. I couldn't
Not
even
what I
taste
expected to say.
the blackberry and the mango. All I tasted was the sour bubbles.
Some brands are more subtle than others too. So that never
And
helps.
then I went to my cousins, and they have a Soda Stream. So I was
Oh.
like, okay, maybe the Soda Stream, since like you add your own flavor, like it'll work better for me. Nope. That was cherry flavored. Still
Hmm.
nothing. Nothing. It's like I'm like, I'm really trying to be a seltzer girly because I know that it's better for me than like obviously a Pepsi. But the Pepsi and the Coke, like, oh, they soothe my inside. Because those bubbles just like break
You
it all up.
you need the sugar. That's what you need.
Well, yeah, obviously I like sweet things, but still, no,
You
but the
got a
bubbles,
ginger
like,
ale.
ew, no. Ginger ale reminds me of the stomach virus. I cannot have it. Like, it literally just reminds me of when you had the stomach virus as a kid. Like, like that psychological thing where, like, if something makes you sick, you, like, can't have it again. Like, I feel that way about ginger ale, where, like, if I see ginger ale, all I think about is, like, running for the bathroom and not being able to, like, keep food down.
See how that might stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't personally like
Um,
ginger ale either. Something about that flavor. I just don't like the ginger. But weirdly, I like a Moscow Mule, which is ginger beer. But I don't really like ginger ale. I don't really like soda in general.
I liked raspberry ginger ale. Like, I'll fancy a raspberry ginger ale. Like, we always had that at that was like a Thanksgiving staple at my aunt's house. I don't know why we were so
They have a
obsessed
whole variety pack now, ginger ale. They're getting fancy with it.
of raspberry ginger ale, but like it was a very big thing in my family for some reason. Um so yeah, so that's that on the seltzer.
You just need a
Um
stronger flavor one.
yeah, yeah, that's definitely it. Also just like to for a funny train of thought. I still can't get over the fact that your friend asked me if I was drinking a dirty Shirley at your birthday on Friday when I was clearly pregnant. And I'm like, sir, like, if you think that I'm walking around with this pot belly this confidently, like, we need to have a chat. Like,
Bless his soul. He probably didn't even look down and like see your stomach. He was probably only looking at your face.
Tony, and if you missed that stomach, you were blind.
He kind of
Like,
he kind of is a little let's just say.
But, like, I was literally, like, like, I was walking around. I'm sitting in a chair. I was in a high top. Everybody's, like, offering me their seats.
Yeah.
Like, just the context clues in general, and
Yeah.
you literally were like, "Oh, she got her Shirley Temple," and he goes, "Oh, it's already Shirley?" Sir, do you see the basketball that's attached to me right now?
That was a very nice compliment that he didn't see it.
I mean, I guess,
I
but I
guess
was
it's
just
not
like,
really a compliment to your child because he didn't recognize your child there, but
well, no, like, but, like, also then, like, do you think that I'm that fat? Like, we're not even, like,
no,
that's technically not wrong.
the minute you went to him
No,
like this and you pointed down, he was like, "Oh," like
I was like, no, I
he
know, but,
didn't
like,
see your stomach.
I know, I'm just like, not even that. It's just like a pregnant belly's so like different when like
I
it's
know.
like, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't. It came out wrong the way that I
The
said it.
feeling was
Sorry, I'm
not the
pregnant and I'm
brightest.
blunt, but like I'm like I'm very round, sir. And also, I was wearing an orange shirt, and I literally was calling myself the Great Pumpkin all night. Like,
Did not look like a pumpkin.
well, you all said that, but that's how I felt.
It
Okay,
wasn't like orange orange. It was like kind of like a
that
dark.
was like a burnt, like
Yeah.
red orange,
Yeah.
but still.
Right. I thought it was great. And that was a good time. And I was so happy when you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a mocktail." And then I expect you to come out with like something like fancy with like pineapple or something. And then all of a sudden I just see you
It
with
was gonna
a hand.
I was gonna do Sprite. I did this at Ariana Shower. I did Sprite, um,
Cranberry juice.
cranberry juice and pineapple. And
Mhm.
like it was like a Bay Breeze and it was good. But I just like sometimes you gotta like Kylie in the words of Kylie Kelsey, if I could get a Shirley Temple,
Yeah.
I will get a Shirley Temple.
Well said. Well
And I
said.
can't get judged for it at this point in my life because
No,
I'm having a baby. So might as well use it.
no. And honestly, like we need to normalize that because even if I just wasn't in the first of all, Dirty Shirley's, I don't order enough. I feel like I need to bring them back. But the problem is like Sprite's so sweet. Like I can't have too many of them. But I do feel like Shirley Temples just as a whole need to come back for adults. Like they need to be acceptable to just order. Because why not?
I agree.
You ask me what
I
soda I
agree.
want. If I say a Sprite, it's fine, but I tell you to add a little grenadine in, and all of a sudden I'm being childish. It's a little
Oh,
ridiculous.
I do that all the time when I go to places and I'm like, "Hi, can I have a cherry Coke?" And they're like, we don't have cherry, but we could put." I'm like, "I know you could put grenadine in it. That's exactly what I want you to do. Thank you so much."
What's going to happen to the Shirley Temple industry uh, with this breaking news that the US is finally getting, the same on par with the Europeans and eliminating a lot of food dyes? Does that include Red 40? Because then what are we going to do about the Shirley Temples?
No, do you know that actually grenadine is pomegranate juice?
Really?
Not even cherry. Yep.
That explains why it's so dark.
Mind blown.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I need to take a second. That's like big. Why would
I
they put
know.
a berry in it then? It's
I don't
deceiving.
know. It is deceiving. Very deceiving.
I was today years old when I found that out. That's wild.
I'm glad that I can educate you.
I'm gonna do a little
Um,
deep dive on grenadine when I get off this podcast.
yeah, I mean, we should still check to see what's actually in the ingredients, but it is pomegranate juice, not cherry.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Um,
How to move past that because I'm a little stuck on that.
yeah, I know. It's crazy. Yeah, but anywho, other than soda, we have other things to discuss. And because we're on Zoom, we have a time limit now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work through this, guys. Like, we'll see if
Bear
I
with us.
job if I could use Teams again. I don't know. We might have to stick to this.
Wait, but speaking of mind blown, I don't know if you knew this. This is what mind blew me today, okay? Apparently, all of the people that vote, like the Academy that votes on the
Oh,
Oscars, they now are mandated to watch all of the movies. Can somebody tell me what the fuck we were doing before? What
they
were
were
we
doing
doing?
it based off of wokeness and who everybody else was saying deserved it rather than actually seeing the movie.
But like, were you only watching like three of the movies and then you were voting for your favorite of those three? Like, I don't
Probably even
understand.
less.
That's insane.
Yeah. I can bet you that most of that academy, they're busy, they're working, they're doing shit. Like I bet you they do not sit down and watch all
I
movies.
understand, but it's not
Yeah.
like all the movies are coming out like the same week. Come on.
Well, good. I'm glad. That
You
might
could literally watch one movie a month and you still wouldn't get all the like you don't have to watch one movie a
be true.
month.
That's true.
Like, come on. Come on.
Yeah, because realistically, every year's Oscars, like they expanded it. So what is it, 8? That's now for Best Picture. Is it 8 or 10 or 12? I don't think it went that high.
No, I don't think it's that
I
high.
think it's
I
like
think it's 8 or 10. 10 would
yeah.
be the max.
And obviously, like other categories might have ones that aren't nominated for Best Picture, but usually they overlap. So it's like
Okay, but sometimes maybe you have two that come out in November,
right.
you know? But like, come on. Like, do
Yeah,
your
there's a
job.
cutoff date. So they
I
need
just don't understand how this wasn't mandated before.
right. And I always thought the cutoff date for the 4-year consideration cutoff date was meant because people needed time to watch the movie.
Right. Like, because if you think about it, isn't the cutoff date like November?
Yeah,
And then you have 3 months to watch 8
right.
movies? Come on.
I agree. So
And I'm sure that PricewaterhouseCoopers is closed for the week in between Christmas and New Year's. They just seem like that kind of company. So you know what?
I don't know, maybe
I'm gonna need PricewaterhouseCoopers to let me know.
Price Waterhouse Coopers.
Oh,
You're missing the house.
sorry. I haven't really like dealt with them in a while. The only time I used to see them all the time, like their
You just
name all
call
the
them
time,
PwC. That's what they go by now.
when I used to work when I used to work at Yankee, they had a suite. So like I used to see them all like their company name all the time.
Yeah, I used to work with them too, but
Right.
Pete
All
Alonso.
right. Whatever. Toni-ann, you can't pay attention to that game.
I
We're on
know, but
podcast.
Pete Alonso looks like he just broke his hand, and everyone is very concerned.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was the concern.
Everyone is in the stands right now, not happy. He's walking to first. He's walking to first. I think he's okay. Sorry, guys.
I hope so. Okay. Anyway, in other news, Toni-ann's moment for a hot pope might be coming.
Oh, yes, hot Pope time. Oh my God. Wait, they
Maybe.
announced the list of like the short list. I haven't been able to Google them yet. Are any of them young?
The short list.
Are any of them young and hot? I need to know. I'm sorry. RIP Francis, first of all. Um,
No. Well, one, I think it's actually incredible that his doctors were like, you really shouldn't do anything for Easter Mass. And he was like, watch me. And he did his thing. And I
literally
mean,
his only job. What is he supposed to do?
right, he has to. He has to. And he was like, watch me. And you know what? Good for him. Good
Yeah,
for him. And
but obviously
yeah, I was sad. I did like him. I didn't realize that he was Pope for that long because I forgot that the Pope before him really wasn't Pope for a very long time.
yeah, that one was like super short.
Super short.
I don't even remember his name. Benedict? Was it Benedict?
It was Benedict. I
Oh,
had to look it up. I had to look it up because
see,
actually,
Benedict 16.
um, my this is gonna be so bad. I don't know if anybody in my family even watches this, but if they do, they might be offended. But when Pope Benedict became the Pope, my brother was like, he literally looks like Aunt Margaret, who was my grandmother's sister, and like, he wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong.
Like,
So like, I couldn't remember his real name because I just
right.
like always thought of it that way.
Pope and Margaret.
Yes, Pope Aunt Margaret. So,
I just,
but
you know,
because of the conclave, I think I'm gonna watch Conclave.
me too. I think I'm gonna watch it tomorrow night, maybe, or like Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, I definitely can't watch it this weekend, but I definitely want to watch it next week. It is
Yeah.
on Peacock. I looked it up last night where you can watch it.
Mhm.
Streaming on Peacock for
And
anybody
I'm
that's
gonna, and
interested.
then make sure you watch The Young Pope.
Oh, the young Pope. I forgot about that. I forgot that that's how we even came up with the hot Pope topic.
I just love it so much. And again, the short list, I need to Google them. There was one guy that was like, it was of course like 99% like all Italian names. Like, and then there was one guy that was like Al Burke or something like that. I don't know if he's American. Maybe we could get like our first American Pope or something.
You would think that like Cardinal Dolan would be in the running at this point.
He probably has no interest. He's got to move to Rome and he's got to do a bunch of things. He lives a pretty cushy life in New York.
He probably does. Also, he's like at a cool church in New York. Like
Yeah, like that's what I mean.
that's like the best New York church. Like, why would he want to leave?
St. Patrick's Cathedral is like where it's at. Like,
Yeah.
so he probably doesn't have aspirations to go that high. It's not like it's a
No.
paying job. So it's like,
This is true. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Wait, I thought of something else. Oh, Speaking of new TV, also, Josh Duhamel and Minka Kelly are in a new show on Netflix. It doesn't look like it would be your cup of tea because it's like very like cowboy-y, but anything with this man in it, I must watch. Because he is my number one celebrity crush.
He's so gorge. And he
Gorgeous.
ages just so well, like you can't even tell.
He ages like a fine wine.
And that's a great
It's
combo because Minka Kelly is gorgeous. So that's just
right. Also aging like a fine wine.
yeah.
Like, but when I tell you that terrible movie that he was in with J-Lo, when I tell you that I spent the first 20 minutes, I literally had to turn it off because I couldn't concentrate. I had no idea what the movie was even about because I couldn't concentrate because I was just like paying attention to Josh Duhamel.
I mean, that's fine because it probably wasn't that great of a movie anyway.
No, it wasn't, but I still wanted to like kind of understand what was happening. To stop watching it and start it like the next day from where I left off because I was like, I'm distracted. I need to digest that he's like in a role and like on my
Yeah.
screen.
J-Lo's filming a new rom-com in Hoboken right now. I don't know who the male interest is. What?
I just like J-Lo, like, what are we doing? Like, why?
She's
Just
really
why?
been throwing as much as she can and seeing if it sticks, man. She's
But
really
the thing is that like she has made good rom-coms, and now I feel like she's just coming out with these rom-coms, and they're not good.
no,
You know,
they never have been. I don't.
the
Maybe
one where she was pregnant was really good. I don't remember what
it's
that
called
one's
like
called.
Second Chance or something. I don't think I ever saw that. It's my hair.
You never saw that one with the dog that has like the back legs that it's like a paralyzed dog? She has
No.
this little dog and he literally has like a wheelchair attached to him. And like what the hell? I can't think of the name of the movie. It's gonna piss me off. But that is a good one.
Okay, I think it's not called Second Chance.
I don't think so.
If she's
Hold on,
pregnant,
I'll go on her IMDb. Maybe it is.
it's sticking out to me. That's what I thought.
Her freaking IMDb is probably gonna be like 7 pages long.
Yeah, and it's all like horrible movies. You look better.
No, she has some good. I'm not gonna take away from like the good movies that she makes, but in between all of the good movies is like 6 bad movies.
Yeah. I don't know. As of recently, I don't remember any good movies. Maybe if you're saying that one was good, then that was like 3 years ago or something like that.
No, a while ago. I want to say it was in early 2000s.
Oh, then this isn't the movie I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of a different movie.
Come on, what the hell?
I just really the only movie that sticks that's hers is Made in Manhattan, which I love.
Oh, The Wedding Planner is a good one too.
Oh yeah, with Matthew McConaughey, that one's pretty decent. Um, I wouldn't like rewatch it over and over again, but it was decent.
Why is it not on this? I can't believe it's not even on the list.
Maybe you just really don't remember the name at all, and it's just like not
No,
recognizing to you.
no,
Maybe
because like all of these, it's all TV shows. Shotgun Wedding was the movie that she was in with Josh Duhamel, and it got a 5.5. And then Marry Me, she was in also in 2022, and that was a 6.1.
Oh, Marry Me was the one where like she meets like
Owen Wilson.
yes, and she's like famous and he's just like a loser and like they fall in love kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. I remember that movie. That movie was pretty dumb too.
Here we go. Previous. All right. Anyway.
Well, you focus on that. Just because we're on the same TV movie line. I watch obviously a lot of TV, and I have to say that this Sunday, for the first time, I saw something I have never seen before. I was watching The Last of Us on HBO. So I don't know if this is just an HBO thing or not, but um I accidentally must have pressed something that was not like the normal one. It was ASL with ASL, and in the bottom right corner, it wasn't just subtitles, it was an actual man.
The backup plan. That's it.
Oh, okay.
The
I
backup plan.
that one too.
Oh,
In the
that
corner
is
of the show.
5.3. That does not do that movie justice. I'm sorry. Anyway, continue.
Well, IMDb doesn't grade rom-coms very nicely to begin with. Like rom-coms are judged very harshly.
Okay, true.
So like you can't really you got to go more by like the Rotten Tomatoes audience score. That's what you got to go by.
Okay.
Um,
Anyway, keep going. I'm not
okay.
going to piss
So
myself
anyway,
off
so
by
apparently HBO Max has created this new ASL version of every one of their shows that has a man in the corner doing a
literally doing sign language.
not like and so maybe I'm just dumb or maybe I'm insensitive. How is that different than just reading subtitles? If
No,
you're
I'm not sure.
if you're deaf. Like just read the subtitles. Oh, so we were talking about the ASL, and we don't know the difference between subtitles and ASL. Like, does it? You're still watching TV. Like, you're still seeing the actors act. So it's like,
Right. I
are
would think that reading, I don't know personally, and again, this is from hearing folk.
right,
So I would think that reading the subtitles and watching the acting would be easier, but like
right.
I guess you're also always watching the acting and the ASL interpreter, so maybe it's just what they're used to.
How do you watch both though? Because the ASL guy's like he's like going in on it. Like,
I know. I honestly find it so amazing how quickly like your brain can compute like ASL.
right.
You know?
Well,
Like, from an
it's a
interpreter
language.
stand I know, but from, like, an interpreter standpoint, like, giving the signs to de the deaf community, and then, like, you not being able to hear,
Right.
but being able to, like, take that all in is just, like that is mind-blowing to me, honestly.
Yeah. It's just like I said, it reminds
This
me.
is also coming from somebody with ADHD, though, so
Well, because like there's always a debate. Well, now it's more normalized, but I was a very early adopter of subtitles, and I'm not deaf, but like I don't hear well, so like I like to just have them, and like I was an early adopter of it. So now I just always thought, especially that there's a difference between like when you pick the subtitles, usually you could do like
Mhm.
uh English, but then English closed captioning. And like closed captioning like tells you like rumbling thunder or like song
Right,
that like it gives you more like audio description. And that's what I thought like would really be helpful to like a non-hearing person. So I'm like, why
right.
like what does an ASL person bring to the table that the subtitles don't? Is it the acting? Because then again, what is Pedro Pascal doing there acting if the ASL
Right.
is just going off in the corner?
Yeah, no, I really don't know.
Reminds
I
me of
did
the
have to watch I
Years.
thought of you actually because I had to put the closed caption on for, or the subtitles on for Love is Blind this season because that one couple, like, literally the man was whispering, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Sir, what are you you're just mumbling." Like, I couldn't do it. I was like, "I can't hear anyone because you're all mumbling. Like, can you speak up?"
I know. It's definitely like something that I've gotten very dependent on. I wish I hadn't, but I did. And it's true. Like it's because it's also when you're watching with other people, like they ask a question or like they're talking about something else on the side. I don't have ADHD, but I do like,
Like,
you're
in
talking
that
to me
moment,
about
you need to be able to read what they're
yeah.
saying if you
I want to not have to rewind if somebody's
yeah.
talking. Like, you know what I mean? So
No, I get it.
the best. But yeah, I'm interested to see how this ASL thing and if it's successful and like people really like it, then I think we're gonna start seeing it like in other places. Like Max was definitely an early adopter with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I was
haven't,
very
like not that
confused.
I, like, looked for it to put it on
Right.
anything else, but have you looked at any other ones to see if they
I
offer
I
it or not?
haven't, but the White Lotus had it too. So I don't know if they just started it recently. Um,
Uh,
I don't know if they've gone back and do old shows or not. I haven't gotten that far. I figured this out by mistake because I just clicked new episode of The Last of Us, not realizing it said ASL. So
um,
it was like previously on. Then all of a sudden this guy pops up and I was like, what is that? I was like so confused. And I'm like, and then I like click the settings and I see like ASL and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm in the wrong place here. Like this is not good.
that's hilarious,
I know.
honestly.
I was like, I thought I was being punked. I'm like, who is this little man in the corner? I was like so confused. Um, but yeah, I guess he's doing his civil duty to people that need it. I don't know.
That's hilarious. It's honestly hilarious.
Wait, I'm gonna Google. ASL versus subtitles and see the reason why. Let's see. Sign language offers a more comprehensive and nuanced translation of the audio content, including nonverbal cues, while subtitles are a written transcript of the dialogue. Yeah, but closed captioning isn't.
Yeah, but I guess because like they can make like facial expressions and things like that, like so you're still getting like the shock and like
Right.
type of stuff.
I guess also it's like the interpretation part is probably more what is helpful because like if somebody's saying something like angrily versus like like
Right.
something like that, like it comes across different. Although again, if Pedro Pascal is on my screen acting, I should be able to see in his face how he's saying it.
Right.
Even if I can't hear it. But I don't know. Whatever. It's cool for who needs it. I just was terrified of the little man in my screen when I didn't know.
Because you weren't ready for it, obviously.
Yeah, maybe that's a good way to like learn sign language. You know how like Wilmer Flores learned English watching Friends with subtitles.
Okay, but like maybe, but like it's also very hard because sometimes like multiple like one sign will mean like multiple words, I think.
I guess.
Like actions and stuff like that. Like kind of like Chinese, like 3 symbols can be a whole sentence.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know. But
yeah, I don't know either.
What else we got?
Nothing. I mean, the Mets are Metsing in a positive way. So
Yes.
I don't even want to really like talk about it because I feel like we're gonna jinx it.
I know. Well, we're going to the game tomorrow, so
Is Pete still in the game though? You can let us know.
Well, that was last inning now. And now we're back up at bat again, so I don't see him, but I think he stayed on base when he got hit. I don't think he got taken out.
Okay. Thank God.
Oh my God, this guy's got a beer hat. I haven't seen one of those in years. Like the helmet with those bows. Oh my goodness. Oh, Keith's probably going wild about that right now. I don't know, but I should put the closed captioning on. Anyway, no, I'm recording a podcast. It's fine. Apologies that my hair's had a million iterations tonight. I've showered and it dries weird. And
Toni-ann also said that my hair looked good, so everybody told her that she's out of control.
No, I thought it looked good. It had like the messy bun was like messy bunning.
It was. It's
and your blonde looks nice.
Oh, it needs to be done so badly. But thank you.
You just got it done.
No, I haven't gotten it done since October.
Oh. Like, did they change that rule that you could get your hair done while you're pregnant, right? That's not like a rule thing.
No, like, well, one, I don't dye my root. I just do foils, so that's different. It's really when you like dye your root, like when you're dyeing like your full head and like your roots, then they say that like it can get into your bloodstream, I guess. But like, I was never told not to dye my hair, so.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's getting done in May.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. I think that's all we got for tonight.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption with the recordings, but I think Jess is going to do a great job of making it go together. So
yeah, and if it's a little choppy, sorry, peeps.
No, but and our video quality has been great. Maybe this is better than Teams in terms of video.
Yeah, maybe we'll see how it comes out, and once we can finagle everything, then we'll figure it out.
We'll see. Yeah. All right. Well,
thanks
everyone for being our friend. Sorry, that's Jess's line. Sorry.
No, it's okay. We'll see you next week. Well, not really see you, but talk to you, but you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Bye.
Hi, friends. Wow, you listened to the whole thing. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform and share it with your friends. Ratings, reviews, and comments help as well. See you next week. Thanks for being our friend.